Abstract class, a class that cannot be instantiated and is designed to be extended by subclasses. Bytecode, the intermediate representation of Java code compiled by the Java compiler, which runs on the Java virtual machine. Class, the blueprint from which individual objects are created, containing methods and properties. Dependency injection, a design pattern that allows a class to receive its dependencies from an external source rather than creating them internally. Encapsulation, the bundling of data, attributes, and methods that operate on the data into a single unit, or class, and restricting access to some of the object's components. Final, a keyword used to define an entity that cannot be modified later, such as a final class, method, or variable. Garbage collection, the process by which Java programs perform automatic memory management and reclaim memory allocated to objects that are no longer in use. Heap, the area of memory used for dynamic memory allocation where Java objects live. Interface, a reference type in Java that is similar to a class and is a collection of abstract methods. Just-in-time (JIT) compiler, a component of the JVM that improves the performance of Java applications by compiling bytecode into native machine code at runtime.
KeyStore, a storage facility for cryptographic keys and certificates used in Java for securing applications. Lambda expressions, a feature introduced in Java 8 that provides a clear and concise way to represent one method interface using an expression. Method overloading, the ability of a class to have more than one method with the same name, provided that their parameters are different. Null pointer exception, an exception thrown by the JVM when an application attempts to use null in a case where an object is required. Object-oriented programming, OOP, programming paradigm based on the concept of objects, which can contain data and code, data in the form of fields, often known as attributes, and code, in the form of procedures, often known as methods. Polymorphism, the ability in Java to process objects differently based on their data type or class. Queue, a collection used to hold multiple elements prior to processing. Unlike lists, queues typically order elements in a FIFO, first in, first out, manner. Reflection, a feature in Java that allows an executing program to examine or introspect upon itself and manipulate internal properties of the program. Static, a keyword in Java that indicates that a particular member belongs to a type itself, rather than to instances of that type. Thread, a thread of execution in a program. The Java virtual machine allows an application to have multiple threads of execution running concurrently. Unchecked exception, exceptions that are not checked at compile time, but rather at runtime. Variable, a piece of memory that can contain a data value. Wrapper class, a class whose object wraps or contains primitive data types. They convert primitive data types into objects. XML parsing, the process of reading XML files and accessing their data or manipulating them in Java. Yield, a keyword that can be used in switch expressions, introduced in Java 13, to yield a value, which becomes the value of the enclosing switch expression. Zero-based indexing, a method of indexing arrays and other data structures where the first element is indexed with the number 0.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.